but I have this one thing that always sticks to him, and that's like this. One time I told him that his Warhammer miniatures was really bad. I was like, okay, you're done. You can craft. You're really good with foam. You have your own workshop. You have everything at your disposal. And the one thing you won't really lock in on is painting. And he's like, what do you mean? This is really good. This is really good. I used 6 hours on this one. And I'm like, but where's the shading? Where's anything? And he's like, what do you mean? This is really good. I don't want to talk to you anymore. And it's like,
you two are the first father-son duo I have on this podcast. When did you start being father-son?
Jeg trodde vi skulle ta det på norsk. Ja, det trodde jeg også. Men,
no, let's do it in English.
Ja, ok. Ja, men jeg kan ta det på engelsk.
Okay. When did we start being father and son? Well, his dad died, and he needed a new dad. And True. I am 5-6 years older than you.
When are you born? 89? 89, 95?
6?
7? 6?
6. So I kind of just became his cosplay dad. And then I remembered, I just said, I have a good idea for a show, and I need you to come with me.
Yes.
And he was like, no stage. I don't want stage.
Yeah.
But you've had, I've seen the cosplays you've done as father-son.
Yeah.
Most noticeably the Omni-Man Invincible.
Yeah.
That is epic beyond proportions. Whose idea was that?
His idea?
Yeah, there's a funny story behind that, because we were originally planning to do that on Spill Expo, but my suit never came. I never got the suit on time, so it just got postponed until KawaiiCon was the con that I got it on, and I got it. You actually hear it as a bit on the performance that I got it the day before the performance. So when we were walking on stage, you can actually hear him saying the bit that, "Oh, Tony, it's not like you got the suit yesterday." Well, I did. So, yeah.
And
so
I had to grow out my mustache 2 times.
2 times.
To Spill Expo, and he didn't get the suit.
Nope.
I of course made mine.
But we managed to actually turn it around and make it another bit where he was J. Jonah Jameson. So because the beard or not the mustache actually works for him as well.
And the Nolan here is the same as J. Jonah Jameson.
Basically.
So.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
And the voice actor.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true.
J.K. Simmons, both. Yeah.
I was about to say that's another famous father-son duo, J. Jonah Jameson and Spider-Man.
That was just mimicking though. We didn't have any speaking lines or whatever, because that was just a catwalk.
Yeah.
But the performance was where you can actually act and speak and whatever.
And you took a selfie on stage.
Yeah, true.
Just for a funny bit, like.
But I did actually take a selfie.
And the picture is a good selfie.
Yeah, actually.
And I would assume that with the Spider-Man mask, you don't see.
I see. I'll say on a scale from 1 to 10, 7 out of 10 straight ahead. But my peripheral vision is really bad. It's like
a horse.
Yeah. This is basically my vision, and this.
And then being able to on stage in motion take a selfie, that's good.
Yeah. I'll say I was just guessing with where my phone was, but
lucky.
Yeah, lucky.
Yeah.
Lucky shot.
Experience.
Lucky shot.
So how many cosplays have you done together?
Omni-Man Invincible, Spider-Man and J. Jonah Jameson, or
more.
1, 2.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
More Spider-Man and Spider-Man.
More Spider-Man and Spider-Man. True. Different Spider-Man.
And the stupid, in jail Spider-Man.
Yes, and Muse. No, yeah, that was no. The fifth one was Muse, and you were some kind of Spider-Man. And Spider-Man 2099, and when we blew a hole in Kawaii-Con,
Yeah.
that was one. So there's like 3 different Spider-Man variants.
But usually we play ourselves
Yeah.
in some kind of suit
Yeah.
or something. So
Let's be honest.
we don't really call it cosplay.
Yeah.
We just play
a persona.
Yeah, basically our performances are just us, or the cosplay is just an extension of us in a whatever the cosplay is.
Yeah.
But it has to have a like semi context, like Omni-Man and Invincible obviously being father and son, but
we didn't play
Yeah,
them
yeah.
as Invincible
Yeah.
and Omni-Man. Like he was Tony and I was Julian.
yeah, but we did have references, so it's kind of justified. But I get it if someone is like, what did you guys actually do on stage?
Yeah.
Did you actually do cosplay? But technically we do,
are
because it's still cosplay or costume and a play.
Yeah.
So you can't really banish us
No.
for that. But I get it.
We're cartoon characters of ourselves.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Is I watch a lot of YouTube, Twitch streamers, right? And they do this persona. They're not themselves,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
there's like an caricature of themselves,
True.
being more than they are doing wilder things than they usually would do, and saying things that they usually wouldn't do for the performance and for the laughs.
Yeah.
And I assume you are the same. And I see you at every con, like being there and being part of the community. And I feel like you two are a big part of the community in Norway, for better or worse.
yeah.
Hopefully better.
I feel like that's true, and I know that is true, but I don't feel like I'm that much big of a part in the community as some people think I am. But like when I think about it, like which cosplayers I'm talking to and hanging out with, it kind of makes sense that when I think about it, well, yes, maybe I'm like up there or whatever you want to call it. But when I walk around the floor alone, I don't feel like I'm that guy, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. I feel like that for the both of you. You are humble.
This is the most humblest guy in the world, by the way.
I feel like the personas you have when you cosplay yourself is not as humble, but seeing you interact with people as yourself, you get the more the person that want to lift people up and help people.
We like to see other people smile, be happy.
Yeah.
Like the cosplay community is so great. Everyone is doing very well. And even though you are starting out trying something new and your costume might not be like a 40-year-old man who has been crafting his entire life, it's still great. It's still fun to see the smile in their eyes.
And I feel like it's easier now, like this time or this era, to jump into cosplay compared to 5 years ago when 3D printers were like 9 or 7 out of 10 times you start a print, it fails. And it's a hassle and it's expensive, and most likely you won't get a good result. But now printers are usually not that expensive and overall pretty good quality. And even though it's easy to 3D print something, it's also hard to make it look good. But I feel like it's, like I said, it's easier to get into cosplay now compared to like 5+ years ago, because a lot of people feel like they need to have X amount of experience to start cosplaying, but in reality, you don't really need that much anymore. And
You
there's a
don't
lot
need
of
nothing.
knowledge as well.
You just need to start.
Yeah, true.
you
But
have
also
to
there's a
start
lot
somewhere.
of knowledge on YouTube nowadays as well. That wasn't that available back in the days. Back in the days, you usually had to be in a community on a forum or something to find templates or find advice or whatever. But now, like, there's reels, videos, or whatever everywhere.
Yeah.
There still is these smaller communities with all the patterns and stuff, and they are important.
Yeah.
But it's easier to find other places now. I started out watching Evil Ted's EVA foam, like where he taught how to do it.
But that's I also feel like there's this because you have this wealth of knowledge, it might also be a bit more intimidating to start because you feel that you have to deliver the perfect cosplay your first time around, right? But I talked to a lot of people that has started cosplaying quite a while ago, and a lot of the things they did were just like closet cosplay, shitty cosplays, just making something out of nothing, and that started a journey of getting better and making continuously better and better cosplays. So you don't have to make the perfect thing. You have to make something.
That's why I feel like you should attend conventions more to actually see that not everyone pulls up at a convention with a perfect cosplay, because obviously what you see in your feed on social media will be the top cosplays or the good looking ones. You won't get trashy cosplays in your feed because they don't get the attention or the likes or clicks. So, but when you actually walk the con floor, you see people that, I'm not shaming, but like you see people with a 3D print cosplay that they just press play and they spray it once with one shade of color and they wear it, and that's okay.
Yeah, it's a beginning. And hopefully by hitting play on that thing and spraying it once, you'll learn something. And you learn how to do it better next time. And that's like the maker mentality. Make it once and then learn and then make it another time. And that's really important. And also like people coming in bought cosplays. Like you need to start somewhere.
Yeah, I did. I bought like all my 14, 11, whatever Spider-Man suits are all bought. Never done any modifications, anything. And, you know, that's okay. I'm where I'm at from doing that. And so technically everybody should be able to do that. I was just lucky I was the Spider-Man in Norway at the right time because no one else was doing Spider-Man at that time. And yeah, I was just lucky with my timing, I guess.
And the people making their own spider suits.
There's a lot of good,
very impressive.
I know about a maker in France who makes a lot of the fabrics that they use. And that's
Parallel Life Studios.
And those fabrics are insane. And I feel
super
like
good.
Buying something from that and then for a first time cosplayer trying to make something out of that stretchy stuff with puffy elements.
Yeah,
like,
seeing that level.
Like,
I would be scared to start cutting it.
Yeah, it's like the first time you cut it, like that's like.
Yeah, I destroyed whatever amount.
Make some mock-ups before.
That's also something people forget, like making mock-ups and making something out of cheap materials before you dive.
The first time I made my ODST helmet, I just cut out the pieces out of 10mm EVA foam, and I hot glued everything together without angling anything, just to see how it would fit together. And when I had that, I tried again. It turned out a little wonky, so I was like, I'll try one more time. Like the first time, I spent 20 hours or something, and then 24 hours. And the last time, I think I managed to make it in 16 hours.
But I, with the cosplay, I remember on Spill Expo, you had something displayed at the rear, like on a mannequin.
Yeah.
And then somebody came up and talked shit about it. So like they were so negative about it, told it looked like shit and was poorly made. And I was taken aback because that's not the kind of attitudes you want.
No.
That's
It's a bad attitude.
it is a really, really bad attitude, and it really stayed with me. So I talked to somebody about it, and then they asked who the hell talked shit about the Julian's cosplay, and then I pointed to the guy, and do you know who it was?
Who was it?
It was you. You tricked me. You tricked me, you bastard.
It's a good story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I tell it often, and I cry.
Who made that? That looks like shit.
Yeah.
Oh wait, that's me.
And that was like the first time I was there. I was just fairly fresh in the community, and I was like, why would somebody say something like that?
Well, if it helps, I usually tell Tony the same. That he's really bad.
Yeah, that was one of my first introduction to you, as you.
That's you.
That was fun. But you're usually nice, from what I gather.
Yeah,
not usually a bastard. Because you work at the Friese Speakeria.
Yeah.
It's a makerspace.
Yeah, it's not called Friese Speakery anymore, but it used to be called that. We just recently moved to a bigger workshop. It's through Bærum kommune, Ungdom og Fritid. It's a youth organization that I work for. I'm the club leader, and we started, or Tine Marie Riis actually started the concept in 2017, I think.
Yeah, that's Tenerific.
Yeah, Tenerific. She went in, helped us out. I started being an instructor since I was working as an arts and craft teacher, right by where the youth club was. And I took more and more charge and ended up being hired to run the workshop. And then I ran the club, and now we moved the club to the center of Sandvika. So it's more accessible for everyone, because we have youth from Lillestrøm, Drammen, Asker, even sometimes Hamar. They travel quite far to use the
that's
workshop.
like a couple of hours to drive.
Yeah. So it's very nice.
Yeah.
We have 210 square meters now, and we also got 900,000 Norwegian kroners to buy new equipment. So we have 12 Bamboo Lab PS1 3D printers now, 2 resin printers, one really big one. We have a laser cutter, we have sewing machines, we have embroidery machines, we have EVA foam, we have knives, we have glue, we have fabric, we have a woodworking shop now, we have a spray booth, we have pretty much everything you need to make cosplays. Yeah. Since we started out as a cosplay workshop, and then we started growing, and now we categorize ourselves as a makerspace instead.
Yeah.
Since we don't want it to be like it's only for cosplayers, but yeah, you can come there and paint miniatures, you can play miniatures, you can just hang out, or you can do electronics, laser cutting, everything.
Yeah. I feel you glossed over an important part there. You have all this equipment, but you also have expertise.
Yeah, you have expertise. The instructors part. We have 10 instructors now, or one instructor spot is primarily made up of 3 youth cosplayers. So they take up one instructor spot. And we also have Sahara Sara works there.
Yeah.
Probably the greatest cosplayer in Norway right now.
Yeah, I'll be talking to her. Yeah. I've already booked her.
So I'm her boss.
And she's outgrown you.
Yeah. Well. I used to be great. Okay.
But yeah, it's important to have like with a makerspace having not only the tools but also the experience to use the tools and how to use it and how to achieve certain things. When I was at Hardanger Folkehøgskole, talking to Eivind about everything he does and everything he knows, and all the materials he knows how to work with.
Yeah.
You need to know a lot of
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah, problem solving is one of the best skills to have as a maker or cosplayer. Like a lot of stuff you're making has not been made before, so figure out how to make it.
Yeah.
I'm still figuring out how to make an Iron Man suit I can fit in. But
3D scan your whole entire body.
I have that. And I put the Iron Man suit on top, and then something protruded at the stomach area. So
You can
somewhat
fix that 2 ways.
liposuction or training. Yeah, it's the training part I'm working on.
Or extend the suit
Yeah,
or start working out.
yeah, yeah. It's probably a combination, but I'm still leaning on trying to figure out which suit to make, and I think I want to make a suit that hasn't been made that much before, so I need to make it.
So none of the Iron Man 1 or 2 or 3 suits.
It is.
Or the Iron Man 3 has like a lot of suits at the end also.
Yeah, it is one of those. Yeah,
Yeah?
it is one of those. That
You
are,
want to print it in flexible material or hard?
no, it's going to pinch me everywhere. It'll be a pain.
I saw Frankly built, the creator.
Yeah.
He built I don't remember the name of the suit, but it's white and it has a lot of hexagon. I don't
awesome.
remember, but that's a really cool one that not a lot of cosplayers make.
Yeah.
Because most of them obviously make the Mark 1, 2, or 3, or the one in Endgame, Mark whatever.
85.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm as much Iron Man nerd as you're a Spider-Man nerd.
Yeah.
So,
Valid Spider. No, Iron Man is really cool though.
yeah, he is. And
The man.
they made,
Gold alloy man or
Yeah.
whatever.
yeah, or FE man, Fee man.
Gold
Female.
titanium alloy man.
It's not accurate, but he is. They gave him a good story in the movies.
Yeah.
And speaking of movies, I heard you worked at cinema or for Sony.
I've done a few gigs here and there with mainly Odeon in Norway. It's just started randomly for me. Like I mentioned earlier, that I was Spider-Man at the right time, because I guess what made me different from other Spider-Man cosplayers at the time was, again, not shaming, but a lot of Spider-Man or spandex suit cosplayers won't wear a face shell.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that makes your face or silhouette look Spider-Man-ish without squishing your nose, because most people think, oh, okay, he's wearing a fabric mask over, and okay, cool. But in reality, that will just press on your mouth and jam up your speaking and squish your nose.
Yeah.
And it won't look cool at all. So, like they do in the movies, you have a shell that makes your silhouette look cool, I guess, and a place to put your lenses on.
Yeah.
And at that time though, I was one of the few that actually wore a face shell. So just by doing that, it will increase your quality quite a lot. And I also ordered my suits from sites that did custom tailoring based on your measurements. So everything was skin tight. So basically from the first con, KawaiiCon, where we're at now, was the first con I attended, because it was like 15 minutes away from where I live. So I was like, why not? It's like 15 minutes. If it's not something for me, I'll just go home, right?
Yeah.
And it was fun, and it ended up being so fun that like every con I went to after that, I had a different suit, and it just kept growing, and I just became that. Oh, it's a Spider-Man guy.
Yeah.
So by being that Spider-Man guy to the right person, word like came around with that. I know the Spider-Man guy, I know who he is, and I got contacted by a guy, and he sent my name to the cinemas. And around when Infinity War and Endgame came around in Norway, that was like a super big deal, especially in Oslo. Like, I remember the premiere, I think on that midnight screening, I think it was like 5,000 people that came like back and forth during that day or that night alone. So it was a pretty big deal. So I was there, and the first time I didn't get paid. I did it for free, and I was like, I'm okay. It's fun. I do it for fun, right? And it was such a success that next time when Endgame came, I got told I was going to get paid. I was like, okay, cool. I'll do it for free anyway. But it went from getting nothing to getting quite a lot. I was like, what? I can get paid this much? I thought, like, okay, you'll get like 500 kroners and a free ticket. And hey, good job. But I quickly realized that you can, I get why you can make a living out of doing cosplay now.
Yeah.
And then it just kept growing and growing and growing. And then for some weird reason, when Spider-Man, Tom Holland's Spider-Man film #2, Far From Home, when that came out, for some reason, the EU press tour they decided that Gullskogen in Drammen was a good spot to have a location to do advertisement or whatever. And they were like, okay, I know this Spider-Man guy. And they called me and they were like, do you have a suit? And I was like, yes. But like most, the trademark of Spider-Man cosplayers in cosplay in general are no face gels and no dance belts. So they were like, you have a suit? And I was like, yes. Well, we'll give you a suit because your suit is probably ass. And I sent a picture, and they were like, oh, wait, never mind, you can use your suit. But at the same time, I was like, I want to use my suit because it's measured to me. But at the same time, I missed out on being able to use a suit that was used in the movies.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, do you want to use my suit, or do you want to use a suit that's tailored to Tom Holland that's like 170 centimeters tall or something? Because he's a really short guy.
Yeah.
Do I want to look cursed but feel cool because I use one of his suits, or do I want to look the coolest with my own? So I decided to look or use my own, but it feels cool to know that I could have worn one of his suits.
But I think you made the right choice there, because it's having a suit that is like, I'm talking regular suit, that is wrong looks really, really bad. Having something
feels really bad.
Yeah. And having something that's tailored to you just feels right.
So they, like I mentioned, they chose Gullskogen in Drammen out of all places, and that was a success. So technically I've worked for Sony by doing that, and every now and then when there's something Spider-Man related when it comes to cinemas, so far I'm the one they call. So
that's cool.
I guess we'll have to wait and see for the new Spider-Man movie.
Yeah.
I've ordered a new suit, the new one from Brand New Day. That's my favorite suit now. With it looks like a mix between Tom Holland's suit and Andrew Garfield's suit. And it's simple, no like overcomplicated black lines, and the webbing actually goes out of the suit now. So I'm really happy to get that whenever I get it. Hopefully I'll get it before the screenings arrive.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I've worked with a cinema once. It ended up, it was for Thor Ragnarok, and I made this hammer with electronics inside and lines, so it had lightning inside of it.
Yeah, with the cracks.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And had some swords and helmets there.
Widespread?
What?
Was it with Vår?
No, it was in Tønsberg.
Oh.
And after the first screening of the movie, the hammer was stolen.
Really?
Yeah. And they managed to break one of the helmets and lose Sylvie's crown. So, kind of pissed.
Yeah, that's a bad first experience.
Yeah.
I remember I actually made something for Odeon also.
The Ghostbuster thing?
Yeah, I made the Ghostbusters trap.
Ah.
I was contacted by Catrix. There was some Spill Expo Odeon stuff. And I built it, and like I said, yeah, give me 2,500 or something for it. And I spent like 25 hours making it. And I was like, oh, I should have asked for more.
Yeah.
But it turned out very well. It had like a nozzle that you could put a smoke machine in, so it would like smoke out. And it had internal lighting, so it would glow up the smoke and stuff.
That's really cool.
And they didn't use that at all.
But having the opportunity to make something like that, something that is cool and being used in a cool way, that always feels
Yeah,
great.
it feels a lot. It feels like really.
And that
very
was
cool.
actually, I was like, I didn't really like to make stuff for people. I like to teach people how to make stuff. So that was my last commission ever.
Oh,
Yeah. I don't do commissions.
so they broke you.
Yeah.
Going a little bit back in history, want to talk about inspirations. What made you do this? What inspired you to go into this, being a maker, being a cosplayer?
Being a maker has probably always been like in me. When I grew up, we had this hobby room with like everything you needed to make easy, simple objects, and I had a forest right outside where I could play, and there's a lot of Link costumes and stuff like that when I was younger. And it just kept growing. I wanted to become a teacher, but I didn't know that I wanted to be like an arts and craft teacher. That was like after I started working as a teacher. I only got the job as an arts and craft teacher. I had some education in it, and it was so fun that I just like, this is my life now. I just need to give the enjoyment of crafting to the new generation.
Yeah, so
Learn
basically,
stuff, yeah.
your father made everything right for you to become a maker, crafter, and you're
But he didn't teach me anything.
No.
I needed to figure out everything myself. He was a cab driver, not really creative other than in words and lyrics and stuff. So yeah.
Yeah. But you had a craft room.
Yeah,
That's more than most.
And they bought me like everything. It wasn't expensive. Like if I wanted to learn how to draw, they bought me some really inexpensive pencils. If I wanted to learn how to tag, they got a big board that I could like spray paint on. It wasn't for me. And then I figured out like what I wanted to do. Yeah.
That's really great.
Yeah.
What about you?
Well, I've always been creative. Like I've always loved Legos. I remember my mom wanted to stop buying me Legos because she wanted me to build it exactly as the box and have it like just be a showpiece. But I would get tired. Like I would always build the thing in the box once and keep it around for whatever set of amount of time, and then I would just destroy it and build something else. And she was like, why do you keep doing that? And I was like, well, I did it once, and there's like I usually didn't play with the Legos, so I didn't use it as a set piece for whatever. So I just used the parts that came from it to build something else. And then I remember back in the Xbox 360 era, Halo 3 especially, there was this small community on the internet, the 405th, that had a online forum where they shared like, this is like a real throwback, Pepakura, which is like a paper folding.
I still use it.
Yeah, paper folding app software.
Yeah.
And
They took the game files.
yeah, they took the game files and then they just opened up the patterns, and so you could fold paper armor. And they would usually reinforce it with fiberglass. And at that time, I was too young to ask my dad to be like, Dad, can you buy me fiberglass and and a lot of hard stock paper?
Polyester and
Yeah, so I didn't have like any good excuses to help him or help him say yes to buy that for me. So I just remember I've always watched how you do stuff, but I've never really done the things. So I also was really into Warhammer and painting, never playing, just painting the things.
Yeah, same.
So I just kept like my knowledge base in my head for how to do stuff has always been there, but I've never really had an outlet to actually commit until recent years. So it's like this fun meme or internal meme for me in the cosplay community where I don't really make anything or know anything, but trying not to sound biased out for myself here, but I say I do know a lot of things, but I just don't do it because I'm lazy like that. But like when it comes down to it and I actually have to lock in, like they say now, I'd say I'm able to do a lot of advanced stuff, even though it doesn't seem like it.
My favorite meme about Tony is that he tells me how to do something and I forget that he told me, and I figure it out on myself and I go tell him how to do it.
Yeah, like it can be like the start of the month and I'll be like, oh, Julian, I saw on YouTube this cool technique for how to don't get orange peel on your paintings when you paint armor or whatever. And he'll be like, okay, whatever. And I'll be like, okay, I'll give him 3 weeks. I'll give him 3 weeks and he'll come to me and be like, Tony, I have this really cool technique of how you can avoid orange peel. And I'll be like, yeah, you do this, right? And he'll be like, oh, you told me?
Well, the demented father.
Yeah. And I remember he usually like, as a joke, downplays things I do or whatever as a lot. And but I have this one thing that always sticks to him, and that's like this one time I told him that his Warhammer miniatures was really bad. I was like, okay, you're done. You can craft. You're really good with foam. You have your own workshop. You have everything at your disposal. And the one thing you won't really lock in on is painting. And he's like, what do you mean? This is really good. This is really good. I used 6 hours on this one. And I'm like, but where's the shading? Where's anything? And he's like, what do you mean? This is really good. I don't want to talk to you. And it's like, okay, I'm gonna be silent for like 5 minutes, and then he'll come up to me and be like, you know when you said my Warhammer miniature was really bad? It really stuck to me, man. And I'm like, what?
Emotional.
Yeah, from this one thing I said. This jack of all trades knows everything, but like getting this tiny little comment about he could paint better. He's like, screw you.
I have another question that I like to ask people, and that is the art block. It is a real thing.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need to do stuff, but you really don't know how to get started. You lack the motivation, you lack the inspiration. What do you do? How do you get out of that?
I have 2 approaches to it. If I have a deadline, I just tough it out. You have to finish on the deadline. And that's how my ODST was created. And
That's what was shit.
That one was the shit. Or it was shit or the shit, I don't know. But that is still the biggest piece I created, most hours I've spent, and the thing that I'm most proud of. And I had to finish on Spill Expos in 2019 or 2018, I can't remember, 19 I think. And that motivation that like I have to finish on that time, and I also had 3 other cosplayers depending on me, 2 that made the suit with me, or I made a lot of the suit for them, but they helped making their own. And Jølle was gonna be Cortana.
Right.
And I remember spending 8 hours after work every day for 4 or 7 weeks. So I slept, I worked, and I worked on the cosplay. And that was also when World of Warcraft Classic came out.
Oh no.
So I had to play some World of Warcraft as well. But I remember doing that. And by having the date set, my mind just like focused hard. When I don't have dates, when I get creative blocks, I just like, I'll do it when I get creative again. And the creative blocks, as time goes on, as the older I get, feel like they're just keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. But having deadlines
helps. Yeah.
Helps.
What about you? Do you?
Yeah, creative block is real. It's really real, and I don't really have any good way to counter it. I know what I do is just that if I'm making something for someone else, I always I never fail. If I'm done before the deadline or if I'm done like on the deadline, it won't really matter. I know I get it done because someone relies on me. But when it's for my own projects, it really depends on when I get in a creative mood. Like I have to, like, let's say I start crafting, if it's something that takes 1 day or 1 week or 1 month, if I start, I usually get the ball rolling. But when it stops for a while.
Yeah.
And I don't really have any good way to counter it. I just have to just sit out and wait until I get the ball running again.
Yeah.
And yeah.
It's one thing that is a good way to get the ball running again is doing something small or saying that I'll do something for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And then tricking yourself into actually starting, and then you keep on working. I usually like to end these talks with a question about your moonshot, a big achievement you want to get to, a lofty goal or whatever gets you up at morning to keep pushing. So do you have any moonshot?
Yeah, we do have some common moonshots. We managed to do one yesterday.
Yeah.
We had on our bucket list that we're gonna perform at KawaiiCon every year until they ask us to be part of the opening show.
Yeah.
And they did that this
Yesterday.
year.
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
So check.
Yes,
Yeah.
check.
Yesterday.
You won.
Actually.
But my biggest is probably making a Spartan suit in like customized for like how I want it to be. Brown.
Yeah.
It's green colorings here and there, of course. Like my Halo 3, when I used to play Halo 3, I was always brown.
An actual urethane or something between the limbs and not foam or a lycra suit.
Yeah.
Something that's
A real undersuit.
Yeah, but that's the thing that's probably been our Achilles tendon from whenever we started to mention the suit and till this day.
Yeah.
Because we both know we can make the 3D parts and the armor pieces or the hard pieces in a semi-short amount of time, but we both know that the undersuit is the crux. And by knowing that it's the crux, we know that we just postpone it until we have a good solution. But we actually know the solution.
We have one solution now. We have the fabric suit.
Yeah, for if you do the
Rakshasa.
if you do that type of armor, you can work around it.
Yeah.
But if we actually want to do the not canon, but the stereotypical, the mainstream,
The one that looks like hard rubber.
Yeah.
That's hard.
that's hard. Yeah. But yeah, for me, my dream is obviously the thing that we mentioned that he mentioned. It's funny because we never asked or dropped any breadcrumbs that we wanted to be part of it. So that makes it especially more fun that they did it by themselves. But for me, it would probably be being on like a red carpet premiere, like in the States or whatever, with actors, because I've seen a lot of cosplayers be not in Norway because we're not big enough, I guess, but they're on the red carpet. They don't really interact with the actors, but they're close enough where they get invited and are part of the red carpet premiere.
Yeah.
And some, even if you're big enough of a creator, they'll do the interviews with the actor.
Yeah.
So either one of those two things would probably be like high up there for me.
Yeah. Do you have any not related father-son cosplay?
Like moonshots.
Yeah.
Making the best youth makerspace in Norway.
Yeah.
We're probably there already, but we want to be even better.
Yeah. You want to be better than the number one is now, even if that is you.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Continue making it better and better and better.
That's a really worthy goal. So I think that's it for the testing. Now we can do the real interview.
Oh, fuck.
No, I'm just just kidding.
Anyway,
Jeg ikke orker mer.
anyway, here's my.
But thank you so much for being here and being a part of the
thank you.
convention community in Norway.
One of the moonshots being on this podcast.
Hey.
But thank you so much, and this has been a pleasure.
Yeah, likewise. Thanks for having
Vi
us.
tar en sånn her, sånn at det ser ut som vi er venner.
Yes. Thank you.